Module 1 Lecture 3 The Jugs. This group has been named the jug letters mainly because 3 of them resemble the shape of a jug somewhat. The other 3 do not really share this feature, but are here because they share some similarities as to sound or appearance. This is something that you'll discover later on. The first letter that we have in this group is called Jeem. The Jeem is a shape that kind of resembles a jug that's missing a back. A horizontal line with a curved beginning stretches to below the writing line, forming a shape that's almost 2/3 of a circle. It has a dot placed within this incomplete circle, which importantly is below the line. The sound that it produces is exactly the same as the letter J in words like jam or jug. I'm sure you would have guessed by now that remembering this letter means recalling a jug, since Jeem has the appearance of one. As the word jug begins with the letter J, you'll know that Jeem has that J sound. Let's take the dot within the circle and below the line to mean that the jug is full. So, Jeem is a full jug. Practice. Jeem, J, Jeem, J, Jeem, J. The next letter that we have is called Hare. The letter Hare has the exact jug shape of the Jeem, except that it has no dot placed within it. The sound that it produces is a hoarse H sound coming from the back of the throat that is clean and crisp. If we stay with our jug theme, you may recall that the Jeem had a dot within it that meant a full jug. For the letter H, we can imagine an empty jug due to the absence of a dot. An empty jug is normally hollow. So, when you see the jug shape that's hollow, use the H in hollow to remind yourself that the letter H has a H sound that is sharp, hoarse, and clean, coming from the back of the throat. Practice. H, Ha, ha, ha. The next letter that we have is called Hare. The Hare also has that exact jug shape of the Jeem, except that it has a dot that's above the letter itself. The sound that it produces is like the Spanish J in Juan, or the CH sound in the Scottish loch. It resembles the sound made when clearing your throat. Excuse me. Continuing with our jug theme. So, we've had a full jug. We then emptied it and made it hollow. Let's assume we emptied it by drinking whatever was inside. Now, it's left a terrible taste in our mouths, so we clear our throats by making that sound, and out comes something not so pleasant, represented by that dot that's outside, or above the letter. Phew. Practice. Hare. 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 The next letter that we have is called Hare. The letter Hare has the appearance of an oval with a pointed tip, much like a droplet. The sound that it produces is like the normal H sound we get in words like hello or hover. It has been placed in this group because of the H sound that it shares with the letter Hare. The difference is that it's a much more softer and lighter H sound. This letter looks a lot like a droplet of liquid. Let's say the liquid is water. The chemical symbol for water is H2O. Use the H in H2O to remind yourself that the letter Hare produces a normal H sound. Practice. Hare. 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 The next letter that we have is called meme. The letter meme is essentially a circular shape that sits on the line, followed by a vertical stroke that extends below the writing line around double the diameter of the circle. The sound that it produces, you'll be happy to know, is like the letter M in English in words like mother and monkey. Have you ever seen those wildlife videos about meerkats? Have you noticed that when they sense danger, they stand up in almost vertical posture and glance around for threats? For me, the meme looks just like that meerkat stance. The M in the word meerkat reminds me that the meme has that M sound. Meme. M. Meme. M. Meme. M. The final letter we have in this group is called تا مربوطة. The تا مربوطة will be discussed much later on. For the moment, consider it as part of this group due to the similarities that it shares with some of the letters in terms of sound and appearance.